What's good, y'all? Welcome back to another video. I'm on stream right now. Link will be in the description. You already know. Um, so today I wanted to talk about Roman Reigns and his return. So obviously I covered the rumors of him having a sixth kid being false, which I'm gonna post that clip on my YouTube and my TikTok and stuff like that. But what I mainly want to cover is like something that my guy Plana said. Which was very, very much important. And it really goes to show like how weird WWE operations just run. Alright, y'all. So there was a portion of Plana's video that I did want to react to because it's showing how flawed WWE is with their box office attractions. And I wanted to specifically show this right here.
Roman Reigns just made his epic return on Raw and the fans went absolutely crazy for him. When the Tribal Chief walked through that curtain, the place erupted. It was as loud as it gets and fans even started singing his name. It was a generational moment, but here's the thing. That return exposes one of WWE's biggest problems. There's this growing belief pushed by WWE and echoed by fans online that wrestling attractions shouldn't appear weekly.
Now, let me and Plana tell y'all, because he's gonna explain my point in this, how false that is. Because if we remember in the Attitude Era, guys like Stone Cold Steve Austin, The Rock, Shawn Michaels, etc. were box office attractions and the biggest stars in the company's history. And they had them on shows weekly. And y'all seen the crowd reaction that Stone Cold was getting back in 19 whatever. Like, he was really a box office attraction. And let me tell y'all, the thing with Roman Reigns is that he just has a lot of shit going on outside of WWE. Like, the guy has 5 kids. He's putting them through school, being a father. Like, there's a lot of things that goes into what Roman Reigns is, what he does, right? And yeah, he signed a contract to be a part-timer. Like, and WWE understands that. And that is why this is indeed the biggest lie that WWE has ever told. Because they know in their hearts that that's just not the case of just box office attractions don't need to be on TV weekly. That's just not the case.
That showing up too much will ruin their aura, that guys like Roman need to feel special, and I believe that's nonsense. It's the biggest myth that WWE ever sold, and somehow they got away with it. They've trained us to believe that less is more, when in reality, less is just less. Don't get me wrong, Roman's return was incredible. There's no doubt about that. No doubt. But the fact that this is his 52nd return is a problem. And if WWE doesn't fix it now, the industry will not survive. It's time we start talking about it before it's too late. This idea that WWE's top stars should not appear frequently falls apart the moment that you look back at history.
Yes, like he's finna get into it. Like, you look back at history, guys like Vince McMahon would not hesitate to do so like that. Now, I'm not saying that I want Vince McMahon back, but at the same time, if there was a big opportunity that he knows a box office attraction can skyrocket their numbers and ratings, then he would indeed do so, because he's a very smart businessman, no matter how people look at him or not. Like, he knows how business works. He knows how a lot of things work. So I don't understand this myth at all.
I went deep into the numbers and analyzed the biggest names from WWE's past. I'm talking about the legends who built this business, guys like Stone Cold Steve Austin, Bret the Hitman Hart, John Cena, The Rock, Triple H, and The Undertaker. The biggest attractions from the Golden Era, the Attitude Era, and the Ruthless Aggression Era. When looking at the data, you quickly learn that these weren't just top stars, they were workhorses.
Yeah, they were workhorses. Like, these guys wanted nothing more than to be in that ring every single week. Like, Roman Reigns is a workhorse. Like, back in what 2017, 2018, we all remember the work that Roman was putting in, coming every single week, busting his ass, doing his thing. He has every right to have the contract that he has now because he's earned it. And like these guys right here, they earned it. Most certainly.
On average, they appeared on Raw or SmackDown 47.2 weeks a year. That means they were there 91% of the time.
Exactly.
They showed up week in and week out without any excuses. The company clearly understood that these names were the entire show. Without them, you don't have WWE. And now, this is Roman Reigns. Since going part-time, Roman Reigns has averaged just 17.3 weeks of appearances per year. That's 30 weeks fewer than the generation before him. He's on weekly WWE television.
Now, I'm not good with math, so I could not tell y'all niggas what the fuck that meant.
Just 33% of the time. Let that sink in. This is the man that WWE invested a decade into. The man they handpicked to carry the company, and now...
Okay, I'm not gonna watch full of this video, but yeah, y'all do understand the point. So basically, and yeah, like I said, I have this up here so I can, keep up with my following on Twitch. But yeah, basically, this whole thing is about Roman and just his attraction to the company and why what WWE is trying to push out is false. And just what the internet is pushing out is false. Because at the end of the day, Roman is their main attraction right now. I think his return amassed over 53 million views across a multitude of platforms. So the whole myth with him just not being who everybody not having to go on television weekly, it's just false. Roman Reigns just has a lot of shit going on in his day-to-day life. And there's just he's putting his kids through school, I heard. And he has a wife, everything. He just got done filming a movie. So yeah, that's already out of the picture, for one. Secondly, to the point, box office attractions back then wanted nothing but to be on WWE television or WWF television. So what is this whole myth of Roman not needing to be there? And now smart wrestling fans are trying to push this out now. It's ridiculous, dude. And let me just say, I'm not gonna talk a lot much on this, but at the same time, it's just Roman Reigns is just that guy. I know I said a lot of things about Roman in the past, but he's just that guy specifically, and he's the cash cow. And I guarantee y'all, if he didn't have a lot of things going on in his outside life, the fifth of what he has going on in his outside life, he would be on WWE Weekly as a box office attraction. Legitimately, because he really loves the business that much. I followed Roman for the longest time. He does indeed love what he does as a WWE superstar. He's not a part-time guy like how Logan Paul is, who is a complete leech. He is a guy who, you know what I'm saying, he busts his ass every single day, every second of every minute he is working on something outside WWE, outside of everything. Because if y'all saw what Roman Reigns was doing back then leading up to now, then y'all will understand why he has the contract that he does and why he's earned it. Now, I know my cousin's going to be all over me now that I made this video because he's a big Roman Reigns fan. But y'all got to understand, Roman Reigns, it's if he had the option and if he didn't have the sources around him, how do I say this? If he didn't have so much shit going on, then he would indeed be there weekly. Well, not weekly, but more than what he... How do I say this? More than what he usually does. He would show up more than what he usually does. And I feel like people negate that because this is Roman Reigns. And they're not used to Roman doing this. Especially the big dog Roman Reigns. He was built different back then. And a lot of people don't have this deal. The same wrestlers and the same people that complain about Roman's schedule are the same people who would indeed take this deal if they were Roman Reigns. And they don't even, y'all don't have the tenth of what Roman Reigns goes on. Y'all don't have 5 kids. Y'all don't have a wife. Y'all don't have movie offers. Y'all don't have Hollywood. Y'all don't have none of that. Y'all just have what y'all have going on in y'all day-to-day lives. Y'all don't have anything specifically that Roman goes on. And y'all would take his deal just because. Like, and Roman has said this before in an interview, randomly. Like that guys like Seth Rollins would indeed take his deal and take his money. But there's nobody that can really get it because it's Roman Reigns. Now, I'm not trying to overly glaze Roman Reigns. I'm just like trying to really explain to y'all how the shit works and how false this myth is. Because the only reason that Logan Paul is not talked about like how Roman Reigns is because everybody knows Logan Paul's real intentions. He wants to leech. He wants the clout. He loves the attention. He's been great at doing that for the 10 years that he's been doing YouTube. So that's a whole different story. But the thing with Roman Reigns is that he's been realistically all in with WWE since day one. So he's entitled to whatever he wants to do. And I feel like that's negated a lot because, let me not keep saying the word negated because I'm using it way too much. But it's disregarded because of the fact that, you know what I'm saying, people just feel entitled to Roman Reigns like every day. Like his life is entitled to like you to know every single day. If Roman Reigns wants to be a private dude, he wants to be a private dude. And it's just, I hate the way people like kind of mistake that. Like Roman Reigns is a grown man with standards. Like it's just the pro wrestling world, they're very fickle, and now they're the ones pushing out that Roman Reigns shouldn't even be on TV weekly. It's hypocritical, it's contradictory, and it's just fickle. That's just my opinion about that. I'm not really going to talk about it as much. But yeah, that's just my opinion.